Did you ever think about the power of words? Just 2 weeks ago in Parashat Bereshit, we saw that the world was created with words. Wedding vows make the marriage. Genuine apologies have the power to bring healing to a person. The words "I love you" can change the entire way that you look at the whole world. Never underestimate the power of words. And yet, for all the power that words have to create, to uplift, to heal, and to inspire, they're equally well equipped to incite hatred and bring about destruction. Consider the following passage by Philip Roth in Operation Shylock. Lashon Harah, the whispering campaign that cannot be stopped. Rumors it's impossible to quash. Besmirchment from which you will never be cleansed, slanderous stories to belittle your professional qualifications, derisive reports of your business deceptions and your perverse aberrations, outraged polemics denouncing your moral failings, misdeeds and faulty character traits, your shallowness, your cowardice, your avarice, your indecency, your falseness, your selfishness, your treachery, derogatory information, defamatory statements, insulting witticisms, disparaging anecdotes, idle mockery, malicious absurdities, galling wisecracks, fantastic lies, Lashon Harah of such spectacular dimensions that it is guaranteed not only to bring on fear, distress, disease, spiritual isolation, and financial loss, but to significantly shorten a life. They will make a shambles of the position that you have worked nearly 60 years to achieve. No area of your life will go uncontaminated. Sounds like yesterday's 11-hour Benghazi hearing to me. That's certainly what it looked like. I think House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy described the process best when he said a few weeks ago, everybody thought Hillary Clinton was unbeatable, right? But we put together a Benghazi special committee, a select committee. What are her numbers today? Clearly, the purpose of the special committee was to drive down Secretary Clinton's poll numbers through a Lashon Harah campaign. Judaism has a great deal to say about hurtful speech, and it has so much to say that we basically have 3 different categories to describe it. The first category is rachilut, gossip or tale-bearing. Leviticus 19:16 begins, Lo telech rachil ba'amecha, do not go about rachil, gossiping or tale-bearing among your people. And the verse continues, Lo ta'amod al dam re'echa, do not stand idly by the blood of your neighbor. This connection between gossip and death was explained by Moses Maimonides, who said of gossip, this is a severe sin and can cause the death of many Jews. That is why the warning, do not stand idly by your neighbor's blood, is placed next to it in the Torah. He noted that even if the statements are true, they bring about the destruction of the world. The damage of gossip spreads far and wide. The gossiper stands in Syria and kills in Rome, according to Talmud Yerushalmi, Peah 1:1. Gossip is described as arrows which cannot be withdrawn once they are released from the bow. Shaming is the intended effect of gossip. Whomever shames his neighbor in public, it is as if he shed his blood, we are told in Talmud, Bava Metzia 58b. Yalkut Shimoni, Hosea 14 adds, if the humiliation took place in the presence of others, make your apology in their presence as well as in private. Otherwise, the victim has the right to say, you shamed me in front of others, and now you want to apologize in private. Bring me all the people who heard you embarrass me, and then I will accept your apology. I do not think it likely that Hillary Clinton will be receiving such an apology for the 11-hour verbal spanking that she received yesterday. But there's hardly anyone in the history of American politics to have more rechilut spread against her. Rechilut, gossip, tale-bearing, is just the highest category of hurtful speech prohibited in Judaism for the shaming, humiliating effect that it has on a person. According to the Rambam, There is a much more serious transgression than gossip. Lashon Harah, the evil tongue or the wicked tongue, relating deprecating facts about a colleague, even if they are true. Tractate Talmud Archin 15b cautions that speaking Lashon Harah behind a person's back in the third person is like a triple murder. It kills the one who says it kills the one who listens to it, and it kills the one about whom it is said. Lashon Harah is considered so terrible that Chafetz Chaim 6.2 forbids us even to listen to it. When we are exposed to Lashon Harah, we're supposed to immediately reprimand the speaker, or if that's not possible, then we're supposed to extricate ourselves from the situation entirely. Rabbi Joseph Telushkin writes in his Code of Ethics, Lashon Harah often does incalculable damage to the good name of the person being discussed. Unlike a physical injury, where the full extent of the trauma is usually obvious, Lashon Harah is likely to be repeated by those who hear it. And they, in turn, will tell it to others, thereby causing an ever-expanding circle of harm. Political campaigns ought to be about highlighting one's strengths, not smearing the good names of other candidates. Certainly, the congeniality and the collegiality of the Democratic debate last week stood in stark contrast with the witch hunt that we witnessed yesterday in Congress. The real tragedy is the fact that the deaths of 4 American servicemen in Benghazi have now clearly been exploited to spread Lashon Harah about Secretary Clinton. After Rechilut and Lashon Harah, Motzi Shem Ra is considered the worst form of hurtful, harmful speech. Whereas gossip and spreading rumors involve the inappropriate spread of allegedly truthful information, Motzi Shem Ra is literally giving someone a bad name by spreading untruths and lies about that person. Corresponding English terms are defamation of character, slander, and character assassination. Lying, of course, is strictly forbidden in the Torah. Exodus 23:7 commands us, Midavar sheker tirchak, stay far away from falsehood. And Leviticus 19:11 in the Holiness Code implores us, Lo tishakru, do not lie to one another. Racism and anti-Semitism are clear forms of Motzi Shem Ra. The consequences are severe. Rabbi Telushkin observes that there's no evidence that Adolf Hitler killed a single one of the 6 million Jews who died in the Holocaust with his own hands. Yet his untruthful speeches and writings and his eventual ordering of the Holocaust created an environment in which Germans who, prior to Hitler, would have regarded murdering Jews as immoral and forbidden, now considered it not only permitted, but morally correct. Judaism holds slander and Motzi Shem Ra in such disregard that even sincere apologies are considered unforgivable. Talmud Yerushalmi Bava Kama 8:7 teaches that one who gives his neighbor a bad name can never, ever gain pardon. Despite all protestations to the contrary, the Benghazi hearings were nothing more than an attempt to malign Secretary Clinton's character by unduly subjecting her to 11 hours of persecution in an attempt to force her to crack under pressure. So we have seen words have the power to create, and words have the power to destroy. After 533 days in an investigation longer than the inquiries into Pearl Harbor, Watergate, 9/11, after 5 million taxpayer dollars have been wasted, after Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy publicly bragged about the political agenda of the committee, and after Chairman of the House Select Committee on Benghazi, Trey Gowdy, acknowledged last night that 11 hours of public humiliation have produced no new information, I think the time has come to put an end to every Rechilut, Lashon Harah, and Motzi Shem Ra campaign against Secretary Clinton or any other person running for office in any party, If you don't want to vote for someone, you don't have to vote for that person, but the American people deserve better than this public display of some of the most reprehensible behavior according to our traditions and some of the most abominable behavior American politics has ever seen. In the coming year, let us pay extra close attention to the use of words by each candidate. Let's keep a keen eye on who uses their words to disparage others, malign their character, and destroy their reputations. And let us seek out those candidates who comport themselves with dignity, collegiality, integrity, and goodwill. Ken Yehi Ratzon. Shabbat Shalom.